Greetings, fellow travelers. Welcome on in. This is the 205th level of the RPG Cave. I am one of your hosts, the level 299 human warlock, Ryan Turford, or necromancer, whatever. It's fine. And of course, I am joined, as always, by the level 299 elf hex machinist, Dr. Garret Bland. How's it going, Garret?
I'm pretty excited, Ryan. This is like very, very exciting with this topic. The Avatar Last Airbender. Probably arguably my favorite show. Like it's up there. Yeah. So we're gonna have a good time.
You're definitely not alone on that too, because like the more that I keep hearing about this upcoming Magic the Gathering set about Avatar, Garret, the more I find out all the people, all the closet Avatar fans who say it's their favorite show ever, and I'm like, there's so many of you. There's so many of you all. I think this set's gonna sell really well.
We're like a hidden group. It's literally my age group, Ryan. It's the high 20s, low 30s group because the show started 2005. And so imagine we were 7 to 11 years old around the time. And then we just stuck with it. And we stuck with it with Korra as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Korra comes in to the Magic the Gathering as well. Yeah. This is good stuff. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, originally they made it sound like Korra was going to be part of the set, but I think they made the wise decision of waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that'll be like give them a good reason to kind of go back to this. Because I'm imagining this is going to sell well, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's reading from the sacred text, Garret.
Of course.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking at the show notes and I'm like, this is. I very much made this a Garret coded show this week, folks. So please be excited. I mean, it's to celebrate a little bit because this might be, if all things are set in stone, this might be the last time you record in your current place.
Yeah. Next time, I can probably talk louder. You don't have to have ASMR Garret anymore.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna actually miss ASMR Garret. I think a little bit.
I can bring back ASMR Garret whenever people want it. You know?
I mean, there may even be little things for extra
maybe
life.
Little things. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. Anyways, this is the RPG Cave where I swear we talk about RPGs sometimes on the show. Who knows?
Sometimes.
Of course, though, I've got to bring up the fact that, of course, Extra Life 2025 is, of course, happening next weekend, which is crazy to me, Garret. I can't believe that Extra Life is kind of already happening at this point. Of course, here's our page over at extra-life.org/participant/carpool gaming, of course, where you can donate. Of course, we're helping raise funds for the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation. They mostly do work, I believe, in Alberta, but other provinces as well to help children's hospitals. So it's a great cause. So far, Garret, we've actually got a pretty good total, $1,055 on our way to 10K.
Solid number, yeah.
Pretty good. Cool. Definitely much more than this time last year, which is kind of crazy as well. So, of course, game day next weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern time, which, of course, Garret, as part of housekeeping, we would be remiss if we didn't mention this. This show normally records at 11 a.m. on Saturdays, and Extra Life is happening during that time next weekend. So, there will be no RPG Cave this next weekend. Sorry, friends, but we'll be back the following week with, honestly, probably one of the most excited episodes I'm excited to record the following week, which we're gonna keep a lid on that one a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's gonna be awesome though. I believe it anyway. So look out for that. But Extra Life, of course, we will be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we've got a bunch of prizes. So for every $25 USD that you donate to Extra Life, you get one entry into the draw to win some of our fabulous prizes, including an Xbox Series S console provided by Uncle Tim, a Xbox Elite Series 2 controller provided by Mitch, a limited edition PlayStation Anniversary DualSense provided by Fulia, a handmade 2025 commemorative plaque made by Green Jeans, the Lockleth Squishmallow Essential Prize Pack, of course, provided by the Lockleth.
Essential.
Yep, of course, essential to this show, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition, provided by me from my personal collection. I was gonna say, I was gonna sell it, but I'm like, I think I would love for it to go to a great home. in the RPG cave
Savoy Prime would absolutely love this.
Well,
I think he will be into it.
He might be more into the other prize I donated. But, of course, Luckleth provided some Switch Online codes. I, of course, am providing a Trails 20th Anniversary booster box of the Trails card game as well, which I think Ron and Kevin and a few others in our Discord are like foaming at the mouth trying to get.
Let me tell you, Ryan, those look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, no joke. The formats of that card.
I tried to zoom in to make the picture bigger, but it didn't go any bigger. But
has a little icon up above. You got a little. I mean, of course, it looks like a lot of other cards, I guess. But I don't know. It gets that tone. The color of the background is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, because like the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters that have like effects are like that same color, like that same orange. But Yu-Gi-Oh actually doesn't have a number in the top left-hand corner because Yu-Gi-Oh cards don't have casting costs.
No, it doesn't. You just attack.
Well, you only play one. You can only play one creature per turn in Yu-Gi-Oh. But you can play any. But they're more about
one
like the
creature.
stars.
You do multiple creatures. They all have one attack.
No, that's not how Yu-Gi-Oh works. Anyways, we're getting off.
Battlefield. I know Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, Ryan, let's just keep on going.
Yeah, let's keep going. And of course, we've got Extra Life merch prize packs as well. And speaking of merch, over at carpoolgaming.com, you can pick up some of our Extra Life merch as well, which is pictured here. We've also got ID at Xbox indie game packs and a whole lot more to be determined. So, Extra Life next weekend. Please be excited that the entire crew will be in person, except for a few of us, including myself and Garret and Fee will not be there, but pretty much everyone else at this point will be there. So make sure to check them out next weekend and just come have fun. Even if you don't have bucks to toss, come hang out with us all weekend at on Extra Life on the stream. It's going to be pretty awesome. I know the team is working really hard behind the scenes as well to put that together. So,
oh yeah, great news. It's going to be great.
Speaking of great news, Garret, we've also got new content over patreon.com/carpoolgaming. First of all, thank you to Eric LaRue, who joined as a free member this week. As I mentioned last week, of course, you can join Patreon for free if you want to. Or you can toss some bucks and get some cool new content, including it's Patreon podcast for patrons podcast. Of course, Garret, your episode has been out all week.
Yes.
So make sure to go check that out. And then Bowser's episode will be out tomorrow. Nice. So make sure to check a look. And good then stuff. I believe, and I'm going to just double check the schedule at this point, that the Pants episode, the Pants podcast is taking a week off for Extra Life. And we'll be back kind of the following weekend with someone else who I will not try and guess who is next anyways.
Yeah, who's next?
I'm vamping. Vamp for me for a second here.
Vamping. Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Oh, yeah. So Mitch will be the next person, and his question post will go up on the 10th, so after Extra Life. So there you go. I got it right. Good. I got it right. I just needed to correct myself, of course. So look out for that. Of course, brand new Campfire episode with Seth, Sean, and Amanda. Go check that out. And then, of course, we dropped a Halloween surprise. This was like unannounced, off the books. We decided to do for Halloween an episode of the real podcast all about Halloween from 1978 with myself, Lachlan, and Sean. That's up on Patreon as well. Go check that out as well if you are interested in some spooky times. Also, it's just a fun conversation with Sean, Lachlan, and I, which that's a combination you don't see on podcasts very often. So
no, that's a rare combination for sure.
Check it out. And then the last two things, of course, in the community, of course, we've got the Backtrackers game. Their next game that they're checking out is Firewatch, which is, of course, our video game book club that takes place in our Discord, which is free to join. You can just join the link in the description of this podcast. They meet up on November 15th at 8 a.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then the current Book Crafters theme for next month is Friendsgiving, all about friends, friendship, and other things, picked by friends. November 29th, 4 p.m. Pacific time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Although I will note, Thanksgiving was last month. Okay, we are already past Thanksgiving at this point. It was a long time ago.
Canada, man, they get all their dates messed up. Anyways,
look, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, speaking of fine, Garret, please tell me about your fine things. Your things.
Yeah, I got like 5 things here. So, getting into it. All right. Thing number one, Ryan, we brought the dog to the vet yesterday. Now, we brought the dog to the vet like a couple weeks ago, right? And we did a checkup and everything. Everything was fine, you know? I'm trying to get into do like just some annual blood work. Like, let's just making sure that she's okay.
Sure.
Well, it was a little bit pricier than we thought, and that specific vet. So we're like, okay, we're not gonna go forward with the price there. And so went back. I searched up a new place, and we compared prices. All in all, that price wasn't that bad compared to the rest of the other places. But we had to go to another place because you need an exam apparently again if you need to do blood work. So it's a whole thing.
It also makes sense too if you're going to like a new doctor. Like if you go to like a new doctor instead of a vet, like you have to do the same kind of thing.
So we brought our dog to another vet yesterday to do blood work. A little bit, and it's roughly the same price. It's like not that bad, but it's like an hour away.
Oh,
with traffic and everything. So yesterday was a whole thing. It was a good moment for our dog to get used to the car, and we got one of those dog, I guess car cover seats in the back. We're trying to get her used to it because Fiona used to just carry her on her lap, but it's a lot, carrying a dog on her lap for like a road trip. It's too much.
Yeah.
So she was in the back, or the dog was in the back, covered seat, barking the whole way.
Yep.
wanted to be on Fiona's lap. It's a whole thing. But yeah, we went over there. We did the blood work. Everything was fine. Went all the way back, but traffic was terrible, of course, because afternoon, Friday, Halloween, on highways in the Bay Area, it's just not a good combination. But yeah, she's fine now.
Aww,
she's doing okay.
That's good. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks it's so far away. And the worst part is too when you calculate the price you probably paid on gas and stuff like that too. Like it might have actually been cheaper to go with the other vet depending on how big the price differential was. But
and time and convenience and we just I think we're good. I think we're like, okay, we'll just go to the other vet. It's like much closer. So.
But you bring up a good point, though. You got to make sure, like, Souffle gets used to the idea of not being on her lap, because the more you have her just on her lap, like, you're just going to create that problem where you'll never be able to not have her on her lap, right? Like,
we should have just gotten a car seat from the very beginning, but we just didn't think of it at the time. Good. Yeah. Anyways, she's doing fine now. She's just resting. She's still picky about her food. She is spoiled. She is a spoiled dachshund, and there you go. She's a brat, but she's doing good. She's doing fine. Thing number 2. This was a weird moment for me. Is Savoy Prime. I love the guy. He's a good guy. Good responses. He posted on Blue Sky this post about his nephew, PME. Purple Music Entertainment, Monkey Entertainment.
Yep. I'm reading your thing and then texting the dots and I'm like laughing. I'm like, okay.
About like, I don't know, his music, like advertising his music, his records or whatever.
Yep.
And I replied to Savoy Prime, I was like, wait a minute. PME is your nephew? Like, what? Like, I actually believed him for a second.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, dude. We just live in the same city. We just call each other uncle and nephew. We're not related. I'm like, oh. I thought it was a good connection there for a second. Everything made sense. Like, it was connecting the dots for me. And then he was just like, no, I'm just kidding. It's like, okay. That makes sense.
That's amazing. I can't believe that. I mean, he also calls Nagachaka his little brother. So I mean, you could also
I kind of get that. Like, he's like, okay, yeah, brothers or whatever. But like, a nephew and uncle, I mean, like, I know it's semi believable. So I guess I had an inkling of hope.
I still remember the time though during Extra Life last year, I believe, where the moment when Ron realized that JB actually lives in the same town as him, because like we talked about it on stream, and then Ron was like, wait, what? We live in the same place. Why haven't we gotten together before?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. If you if you think about it, but man, I had no idea. Yarden.
For the audio listeners, Yarden says, "Damn it, Garret."
Yeah, no, he fooled me. I can't believe I actually believed it. It's just, I don't know. I'm just so oblivious, I guess.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Okay. Thing number 3, Ryan. Thing number 3. This is a weird one. You know, I've been playing the Outer Worlds too. You've been playing the Outer Worlds too.
I have. I finished that game.
You did finish that game way before me. This is crazy. I have the tile, play the Outer Worlds 2 on my main tile of Xbox.
Yeah.
I literally have, there's like 3 tiles below, like one row below, that advertises Game Pass, because I don't have Game Pass anymore. So it wants to, like, hey.
Or sometimes they'll advertise other things too. Like Silent Hill F was there for the longest time.
Yeah,
it's like one of those tiles. Or like, I remember like 2 years ago when Doug Ford, who is like the premier of Ontario, when he was running for for his voting campaign, he bought advertisements on Xbox. So
that's
like
kind of crazy.
When I would boot up my Xbox, I would get like a Doug Ford advertisement in the bottom right hand corner. I'm like, why is this on my Xbox?
That's kind of crazy. Political ads on your Xbox is a whole nother level. Yeah. Actually, on my podcast app, I have this this special election we're having in California. Someone paid advertisement on my podcast app. Whenever I pause, it would like switch to, it's like, hey, vote for this or vote for that. I'm just like,
Jesus,
come on, man. That's crazy. Anyways, I have, 3 big tiles advertising Game Pass. One is Ninja Gaiden 4. Makes sense. I don't have Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, of course. The other 2, I kid you not, is Play Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
And they're 2 different like colors. Like one's like the regular edition and one's like the gold edition.
Right.
It's something weird like that. It's like, what are you doing, Xbox? I got Outer Worlds 2 right here. Can you be a little smarter with your advertisements? Like, mix it up a bit,
No. They're just like one size fits all. Like those are the games they got out. I'm actually just more surprised that they didn't have one of those for Keeper, because those were like, they literally had 3 of the 3 Microsoft published Game Pass games come out back to back to back, and I guess they're not advertising Keeper.
They had Keeper in there a little bit this past week. I've seen it. Okay. But like it's just kind of crazy. I like turn on, and 2 of the 3 is Play Outer Worlds 2, and I have the Outer Worlds 2 ready to play. So I'm just get it together.
That's their way of just telling you, just keep playing the game that you've been playing.
Okay, sounds good. I won't get Game Pass then. It's kind of crazy. Thing number 4, Ryan. I miss my Steam Deck. Like, I have it right here. It's ready to play whenever I want.
I was just about to ask, where did it go? But then you just answered it. You're like, it's right here.
It's right here, right in front of me. I haven't lost it. It's not like it's gone forever. It's just, I haven't picked it up and played it. Like actually played a game in so long. And it's so good. It's such a great device. I don't know. I need a game, Ryan, out of there. And I need to play it. I just started the, oh gosh, what's that game called? Freedom Wars.
Okay.
Yeah. I started on there.
God, you've got so many games on the go, Garret.
It's one of those, like, I'm not into the game. I'm just kind of dabbling. That's why I miss my Steam Deck. It's more like I want to hold the device.
Okay.
Than anything. So
I understand that. Yeah, you just miss gripping that Steam Deck just in front of your face,
Exactly, and just shoving it into my eyes,
Yeah, like I did when I was a kid with the Sega Game Gear,
no repercussions later.
Yeah, it's fine.
Your eyes are totally fine.
I was just so into Star Trek, Starfleet Academy on the Sega Game Gear that I had to hold it so far to my face, close to my face.
Wasn't there like an attachment to the Game Gear that like you can like just shove the device to your face, and like it's like oh, okay. I don't know why I thought that. I thought there was like some sort of like, I don't know, not AR, but
Like almost, almost like pseudo VR goggles almost.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't anything like that for Game Gear.
Okay.
They didn't even do that for Game Boy either. There was a couple like off-brand portable devices that did that, and then the Virtual Boy, of course. But yeah, there was that one that Tiger made that I'm blanking on the name of. That also displayed the colors in red and black. That was very much like the R Zone. That's what I was thinking of. The R Zone with Oh my god, dude, the R Zone was just so bad. It's such a bad device.
That sounds rough.
But does exactly what you were describing.
I've seen the magnifying lens on the Game Boy. You attach and it's like
it doubles the screen size, Garrett. It makes it so much bigger.
Oh my gosh. It's the stuff people come up with early. Pretty amazing.
I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm referring to, Garrett.
The R Zone.
You just wear it on your head. You wear it like this. It's great.
You look like a cyborg from the 80s.
Exactly. Well, I mean, especially because the video only appears on the little screen on your left or your right eye.
Right eye.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And it's like in red and black only.
Whew, rough. Very rough. But hey, those were the precursors. Those were the devices that led to new innovation. You know?
Exactly.
We gotta,
I mean, you don't get that without getting. We don't get Labo without getting the R Zone.
100% true. Labo's the future. Labo is the thing. That's the number one thing. Good job, Nintendo. Thing number 5.
Here we go.
AI advertisements kind of insane in the Bay Area. What I mean by AI, I mean literal AI companies advertising their AI, like AI code and like, oh, you want an agent in your business. There's even AI for your AI.
Yep.
I'm not even kidding. It's like, do you want to debug your code that you just generated from your AI? Use this AI agent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please stop. Please stop. It's insane here. Anyways.
I mean, did you forget where you live though, Garrett?
I know where I live.
Because San Francisco is where all the tech companies are. So of course, the AI companies are advertising everywhere where you live. Of course, that's the thing.
I go through public transit and it's like advertising Claude or whatever. And I'm like, well, I get it that the tech companies are here, but there's other people here too. There's people I go to a place that's a biotech hub and I don't know, other companies in general. So it's just a little strong around here. It's just we don't need this advertisement. Well, you go through 101, if you cross the Bay Bridge and through the city, it's a whole 10 billboards of just AI blog agent companies. And it's just whew. Yep. It's kind of insane. The bubble's real. The bubble's real here. Can't wait till it pops. See how that goes. We'll
see. I mean, it could be the other way around where, we as human beings stop going on the internet because AI goes on the internet for us. That's just, I was watching a video about that because I was doing some research on AI stuff at work. And there was one video that I watched that was specifically about AI agents and how the future is going to be you'll have instead of actually using a web browser on your phone, you'll tap a button on your phone you'll then ask it to go look stuff up for you, and then it'll look up the things for you and give you the information without you going on the internet yourself.
I hear that there's way more AI stuff generated content and bots than you human generated content now. It's insane. So
yeah,
we gotta love the future that increase profit margins and replaces jobs, and humanity's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I'm
glad at least we've got the AI feature instead of the feature with those little images that you'd buy that I'm blanking on the name of. NFTs, yes. Thank you.
The non-fungible token.
God, you remember when NFTs were the future, Garrett, of everything before AI was? That was a scary future, man.
It was funny because it was the shortest lived fab like the shortest lived thing I've ever seen in the economics things. Like crypto, it's still around. It's been like that's a real thing. But NFTs was so fake.
Yep.
It was the fakest thing.
Dude.
It was there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And these tokens were, I don't know, like 10,000s, hundreds of thousands or whatever. And then it just
immediately popped. If you want to talk about bubbles bursting on things, like that bubble burst so freaking quickly.
And what the craziest thing is, Square Enix and Ubisoft was trying to get into it.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft rushed getting those NFTs into Ghost Recon.
It's a Wildlands?
The newest one. Yeah. Not Wildlands, but there was the other one. It was like Breakpoint or whatever. But because I remember they like that game was like dying, so the way they were going to save it was NFTs. Which oh my god!
I remember that Square Enix quote where it's like the future is like NFTs and all these, I don't know, like specialized content. This is how we're going to make our profits. I'm like, geez, dude, you're off. You're so off. But
yeah.
Anyways.
That's enough down that rabbit hole. We should probably, of course, go on a little side quest. Not like we were just on one or anything. So Garrett, tell me about Bravely Default. It finally happened.
Yeah, for sure. So Bravely Default, I'm done.
It's over.
It's over. I'm done. Do you want to know my hour count, Ryan?
Sure. I mean, it's probably at least over 100, I imagine.
No, it's not over 100. It's 75.
I figured it would be.
75 hours.
75 hours. That's pretty good.
And, well, that's not including how many times I've died.
Well, that's true.
You could probably add in, like, another 5 hours in there.
Fair enough.
A good cushion. This is a game. I don't know. It's why do they have to do it like this?
Yeah.
I don't want, should I just say what the thing is, or should I not?
All right. If no one wants to know the big thing in Bravely Default, skip ahead 2 minutes.
Let me tell you, it's dumb. So it really doesn't matter. You can play the game. If I knew this beforehand, maybe I wouldn't have played it. I don't know.
I was very tempted to tell you, by the way, because that I also hate.
Yeah, skip 3 minutes or whatever if you really don't want to know. You play the damn game like 5 times.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm not even joking. 5.
Yeah.
5 times.
It's basically Groundhog Day. Once you get to a certain point in the game. Because that's the thing. Like, it's all like hyping you up, ready to go to the final boss, ready to go to the end of the game. And then you basically just start the game over again and you do it 5 more times.
Yeah, you do it 5 more times. It's insane. Granted, the first time around, it's like the actual game.
Of course.
It's like you go through each of the, I don't know, like areas of the map. And then, yes, as you said, you face the final boss and whatever, and then you go through. And then the next 5 times, you just beat the same 4 bosses.
Yeah.
Over again.
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
I remember going to like I don't know, round 4 of this, and I'm like, when is this gonna freaking end? Like, and then my main characters keep saying the same thing.
Yep.
So I'm like, is this broken?
Nope. They designed it on purpose to be like that for some reason.
Whew, well,
even in the Switch 2 version that just came out, Garrett, you can now play that Groundhog Day section in HD on your Switch 2.
That's amazing. If they would have done it, I think 3 times, I would have been much more like, I wouldn't be hating on it as much. But 5 is just like, what are you doing? Like,
it goes way too far.
Like, and then like with those, like if you do it 3 times, you can like mix it up like second and third time, like add a little diversity to it. But anyways, I went through it, and then when I went through the 5th thing, it's like, oh, my plan, the evil plan's coming together now. Now you have to beat the evil boss, and then the final evil boss, which is a god. And I'm like, great, this is a JRPG, like to the T.
But again, that stuff wouldn't have been so bad if it happened earlier in the game before you went and play through the game 5 times.
I know it was insane. And then there's, of course, you can do all the optional bosses again.
Yep, you sure can.
In every single time. And those are like 20 bosses.
Yeah.
I don't know, something crazy like that.
But if you don't do them, but the problem is you kind of feel forced to do them, because if you don't do them, your characters are not level high enough to beat the final boss easily. Like, you'll really.
That's true. I got stuck. With final boss, I had to grind, and I actually turned it down to easy. I still got my butt handed to, because I just was under leveled. I was like level 70 or whatever, and then I just was at the final area, and I just looked up a cheat. I was just like, okay, what's the thing I can do to just beat this? Like I don't want to be crazy about strategy or whatever. This is dumb. I want to finish this game. And so I looked up a strategy. It worked, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna grind until I get those jobs and get those skills, and then beat the boss. And that's what I did, and I beat the boss without a single scratch.
Nice.
Yeah, because I just knew this. Then that's the problem with Bravely Default here. It gets too, other than the repeats, the 5 repeats or whatever.
Yeah.
It gets too like it gets too hard, in a sense that the monsters one hit you,
right,
and the bosses one hit you.
Even if you do everything optimally, it's still that happens.
Exactly. And so at that point, you gotta strategize. You gotta, each of your characters can do any of the jobs that you get, throughout the game. You get skills, you get passive skills, you get abilities. You can mix up all the different abilities in 2 jobs together, and there's so many different combinations, right? You have to understand what the monster's doing. Like, that's cool and everything, but like, it gets to the point where it's like, you're one hitting me, I don't know what to do. And like, I can't buff you or whatever. It's just like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I had to just look up, like, okay, if you're broken, I have to cheese it. I have to look it up and figure out just the one strategy that, I mean, there's like multiple strategies that work, but I just choose one. I'm like, okay, that works, and beat the boss. Yarden, I wouldn't. Oh, so do I recommend Bravely Default? Not to any person that's into, like, that's not into these RPGs, like these long formatted classic style. I would give it like a 6. That's just 6 out of 10. It's just it's good. It's okay. Like, I love the combat or whatever, but the tediousness in the combat or in the difficulty just really made it a slog in this game. It really did.
Yeah, because I think you gave it like a 3-star on Backlogged as well.
I did. I gave it a 3-star. I think it would have been a little bit better if like, let's say, they streamlined, they made you like balance the jobs a little bit more. The bosses were they were easing up a little bit, but they were just harsh, man. They were really harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Bravely Default.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds about right. Again, like that's the thing. Like, it's whenever someone tells me they're going to play Bravely Default, like, I really, like, in my heart of heart, want to tell them about that thing that happens, and try and maybe so that they know going into it, so they're not like taken by surprise and then feel like they kind of just wasted their time if they're not into it. But I usually stay back from that, because I was, again, like, I hinted at it a little bit when you were playing it for Garret, but I didn't want to just tell you. But I don't know. Do you feel like I should have told you about it?
No, I don't think so, because I finished the game. I think when I was doing the repeats, I was like, okay, just go to the boss.
Yeah.
Just go to the 4 bosses. And that's what I looked up online. It's like, once you get into this stage, you just go to the bosses and don't worry about anything else. Just get through it. And that's what I did. And I put the difficulty to easy just to get through it. But final boss, still, I had to grind just like probably like an hour of grinding at the end just to make sure I get the right skills or whatever. And I was good, but the whole 5 repeats was a little insane.
Yeah.
And it didn't really click with the story too much. Like, they're like, oh, we're doing, like all 4 main characters are literally like, I guess we have to do this again.
Yeah, I honestly felt like it was
That's
just
it.
filler.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I felt playing it. Like, for the first time, was that entire section of the game just felt like just filler. Like, it was just there to extend the playtime.
Well, and then each of the 5 times what you're doing is awakening the 4 crystals that are in the world or whatever. If you break one of the crystals, you go to the alternative ending, I guess. You can cut the game short.
Yeah.
If you want to, but I decided to go to the true ending, which is beating it 5 times. So,
Yeah.
For people who, let's say, love Dragon Quest, love classic style RPGs, yeah, go for it. Play this game, see how you like it, because I hear it's like very influenced, the combat and job system is very influenced by Final Fantasy V.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other Final Fantasy games that kind of fill into it, but 5 was the one that really, really kind of originated the job system on the Final Fantasy side of things, because Dragon Quest also had the job system in their Dragon Quest games as well. So this is not necessarily new, but Final Fantasy V I think would probably be the closest comparison, I guess. But
yeah, so if you like the turn-based classic style games like that, go for it. Go play this game. See, because I know people that really liked it, and I think people just love the grind. People love the strategy.
Yeah.
And like they think of like beating a fight. It's like, yeah, it's just going. It's literally like 4 battles. It's 4 boss battles. That's what you're doing each time. So, it's, if you think it like that, it's not so bad. But do 4 of the same bosses 5 times.
Yeah.
It's
pretty tedious.
And the characters even count. They're like, at the 4th round, the character's like, I lost count of how many crystals I've awakened. I'm like, that's a literal problem.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done. And the funny thing is, Ryan, I hate myself so much that I actually, right after I finished Bravely Default, I went straight into Bravely Second.
Right.
Which is actually a direct sequel. Not direct, but like a few years later of Bravely Default itself. And I'm actually enjoying it. I'm playing the prologue, so it's still opening up to the characters. The format is very familiar. It's very Bravely Default 1. It's just maybe a little bit enhanced formats here and there, a little bit more streamlined. You can actually rest at the save points, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
Because Bravely Default you did not. But I hear Bravely Second's much better.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I actually think Bravely Second's a better game. I think one might argue that the story might be a little bit better in the first game, but I think other than that, I think everything else is better in Bravely Second, I think.
Cool. I can't wait. I mean, like, that's my commute game. I'm getting into it, so
yeah.
It's been fun so far.
And then they'll have you coming back to Bravely Default 2 after you're done both of those
I don't know
games.
about that. No, I have that on Steam Deck. I have it on Steam.
Yeah.
I hear it's bad.
Yeah.
I hear Bravely Default 2 is not good at all. So
I also didn't end up. I bought it, but I had never ended up actually really playing it. So yeah, maybe one day.
I don't like the 3D modeling in that one. It was trying to be like chibi and like 3D-ish. I don't know. It just didn't give the Bravely Default vibes for me, But anyways,
yeah,
that's
nice.
it.
Well, before we, of course, read from the secret text, Garrett, I will mention, because this has kind of been like a little bit what we've been playing. I mentioned I finished Outer Worlds 2, Garrett.
Yeah.
I finished the campaign.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
What was your hour count for that one? I'm curious.
It was like 10 hours.
Oh, you really went through the campaign.
I was what I wanted to do was I was really enjoying the campaign, and I wanted to like open all the worlds up and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go through the campaign as quickly as possible and then do all the other stuff. So that's why I did it that way. So, because then I can kind of go to any of the planets, that I haven't been to that with the side quests and do all the side quests that I hadn't done at that point.
Okay.
But I was also just really enjoying like once I got to a certain point in the story, I was like, oh, I'm really liking where the story is going, and I kind of just want to keep doing this. So, so I really enjoyed that, and also too, I have other games to play, and that was my other motivating factor is because I like Outer Worlds 2. I've kind of been going back to it every once in a while to do a couple of side quests, and then go back and play the other games I'm playing. And that's kind of how I'm treating it for now. And then I'll probably do like a bigger deep dive on side quests and stuff after.
I'm curious, did you grab any companions throughout your main story?
Oh, I did. Most of them left on their own though. Most of them abandoned me because I made certain choices, and they're like, "All right, I'm leaving," because I may or may not have killed too many people, Garrett. But then I found a party member that was all about like killing everyone. I'm like, okay, I guess you're staying the whole journey.
I just picked up that companion. I was like, this is such a Ryan companion. That's funny.
Yeah. I also love too that they kind of do a callback to the nuking of Megaton in this game, where you can make a choice that's very similar to that, and I totally chose it.
Of course you chose it.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, no, I remember that specific situation, and I was like, Ryan's gonna totally nuke.
Yep.
That's funny. I'm actually, so I'm at the end of the second world.
Okay.
And I've been doing every single side quest I can grab. So I'm like 24 hours in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually,
it's been really good.
The game I am kind of knee deep in right now, which is also an RPG, Garrett, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D.
Oh, nice! That just came out. So you're getting into that.
Sure. I'm pretty far in Dragon Quest 1. I'm actually like kind of in the quest right before going to the final boss. Because that game is not very long. It's like on NES, it was like 8 hours to beat that game. And this version's a little bit longer. They added some stuff to it, which is nice. But dude, that game is awesome. It's so fun.
It's a really cool game. Nice.
I think I like it actually even more than Dragon Quest 3, which I played earlier this year.
Nice.
Which I also really liked. The only downside is that Dragon Quest 1, you only have one character in your party the whole game. So
it's only one character.
Only one character. So sometimes you'll be up against a group of like 5 or 6 enemies, and you're like attacking them one at a time. So it can be kind of tedious. Like you'll have some abilities that can like that have some like area of effect attacks. But like if the enemies aren't weak against any of the area of effect attacks that you have, like some of the levels can be grinding. Or also sometimes too, what'll happen is you'll make an attack, and like if you're under leveled at all, like those 5 enemies will hit you and basically just like machine gun down your health essentially. So that's the thing you have to be a lot more cognizant about in that game, especially too like with status effects like sleep or paralysis, because like you have one character in your party. So if your character is asleep, you can't use any items or any actions until your character wakes up. So
did Dragon Quest 1 come before or after Final Fantasy 1? After, right?
It was around the same time.
It was
I have to look up the
developers. So.
Yeah, they're not the same developer. Yeah, because one was Enix, right? So
Dragon Quest was Enix, yeah.
I'm just looking it up.
Final Fantasy was
I can't remember.
Squaresoft.
It was 1986, so it was the year before Final Fantasy.
Okay, that makes more. I mean, like that's an old game. I can understand it being one character. Yeah, and like people not think, or it's either people not thinking about a party, or it's like we don't have the capability right now to do that. So we're just gonna make it one character. So
yeah. Whereas in the sequel, they had like a full party in it, but the first one only had one character in the whole game, which again like presents some problems later in the game if you're not grinding enough. But I'm having a lot of fun, and they put in a lot of accessibility options if you want to have it so that the game, if you want it to tell you where to go so you don't have to read as much, you've got that as an option. You've got some great battle options to make the battles go a little bit smoother if you want to do that. Like, I think this is actually like a really good version of the game. Also, it's so pretty, and the music is so good. Like, it's got this great like orchestral score to it. Like, dude, this game is awesome. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to play 2 after the first one, because I think it'll be it might be the most fun of the 3 games. So
nice.
We'll see. But
it's good to hear, man.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I've been doing. But Garrett, it is now time for us to read from the sacred texts. Because it's time. It's time, folks. I mean, it's one of those things where, I'm going to just come out and write and say this. This topic, not about an RPG at all.
No, not about an RPG at all.
It's not even RPG adjacent, I don't think.
No, it's not.
But at the same time, this has been kind of living on our with this show for so long that we can't not cover it. Garrett had to listen to me ramble on for 45 minutes about Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards. And I feel it's only fair that I allow Garrett the same courtesy.
Yes.
Now that his favorite show is being adapted into Magic the Gathering, of course, Avatar The Last Airbender, for us to at least talk about it and give like a devoted time to it, especially because like the set's out in 2 weeks, Garrett. I think November 16th it's out. So,
well, the pre-release, yes, is that weekend.
Oh, that's
November
right.
15th and 16th,
and then the actual cards, if you order them
like
from non-game stores, is the following week. Yeah.
Yes, it's the week later.
Yeah.
Which I'll be out, so I won't be pre-ordering anything.
Yeah.
I'm for sure getting the beginner guide, physical beginner guide 2-deck thing, because I think it would just be easy for me and for anyone else that want to play.
Yeah.
That's a good, portable thing.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to get other things.
I was gonna say the other thing you could do is you could get like if you wanted to spend more money, you could get the Jumpstart booster box.
Yeah,
because
Jumpstart,
with Jumpstart, the way it works is essentially if you want to play a one-on-one pickup game, you take 2 packs, you give 2 packs to the other person, you open them, and those are designed to be smushed together to be one deck. You don't have to do anything else. You just open the 2 packs, you stick them together, you shuffle them, and you play them as decks.
Now, is the Jumpstart packs, are they fixed? So is it like a random thing?
So so they're random themes. So they're gonna be a specific theme, whether it might be like avatars or Fire Nation or something like that. Like it'll be a theme based on Avatar. And all the cards in the pack will basically be about that theme. So it's and when you smash the 2 packs together, like you're almost smashing 2 themes together in a way, and they're completely random when you play Jumpstart. So
I see.
But that's like a fun one-on-one kind of thing you can do too if you want something more advanced than the beginner decks. Just throwing it out there as an option as well. So,
sounds good.
But yeah, so let's jump into it. Let's start talking about Avatar cards, Garrett. And because this week we got a ton of Avatar cards revealed, like
so many,
a metric ton. Because they had kind of the preview stream, which they do whenever a new set comes up, and as well they had like a content creators reviewing a bunch of cards as well. In fact, just at the top of this page, this is just what was revealed in the last 24 hours, Garrett.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to have Garrett I'm going to scroll through this a little bit, and we'll highlight some cards that I'm interested in talking about. But then Garrett, I also would love for you to flag some cards you want to mention or talk about as well.
Yeah. There's just so many from the show itself. Like I can go through each of these and like tell you which episode it came from, and like, man, even the what was it? The
Dockside Excursions. Yeah.
Yes, I remember. So these are show cards, obviously. That's coming from the show. Basically, they went to a pirate crew or whatever, and they were trying to make a deal with them. But the pirates kind of scammed them and kidnapped them along the way. So that's one of the.
Why does this parrot have like a really long arms?
So what the biggest thing about the wildlife in Avatar: Last Airbender is hybrid. It's always 2 animals together. So it must have been a parrot and something else.
Like a monkey or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a monkey and a parrot together. They always do it like badger moles or like the flying bison. Like they are always mixing 2 together, except for the dragons. The dragons are one thing.
Yeah.
And then the king of the Earth Kingdom has a bear, and everyone freaks out that it's just one animal. It's like, is it not a bear eagle? It's not a bear snake or whether it's like, no, it's just a bear, and everyone's like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, that's
So,
interesting.
it's pretty funny.
The reason I also left this Dockside Extortionist up, Garrett, is that what's interesting about this card is because this card used to be like $100 card, non-avatar related, because this was like a mainstay in the Commander format, and it's a card that was determined to be too powerful for Commander, so it actually got banned in Commander, and there's currently no other format you can play it in. So I'm kind of surprised that they printed a new version of it, because you can't play this card anywhere.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So it's this fancy version of the card like this, with like this cool like TV show art that you can't play in any deck at all. So yeah, I had to bring that up because I'm just like, what is going on? Why do we have a Dockside Extortionist, a new Dockside Extortionist?
Yeah, just let me know like what cards you're interested in, and I can get into the background of it. There's man, so they also have the evolution cards. You see the Legend of Yang Chin.
Yeah,
right
these
there?
are what are referred to as saga cards. And they're kind of like telling
cards.
a story. And the way it worked in Doctor Who, and I'm assuming, and Garrett, correct me if I'm wrong, if that's not how they're doing this here. In Doctor Who, which was the last kind of TV show that they did in Magic the Gathering, each of the sagas represented an episode of Doctor Who, like a specific episode of Doctor Who. And then like each of the steps was like representative of like things that happened on that episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it's a little different here.
Okay.
They actually chose previous avatars as a saga card. And so in the show, basically, Avatar is the master of all four elements.
Right.
And every time one avatar dies, passes away, they get reincarnated into the next cycle, and they get born into the different nations. And so the Yang Chen is the airbender that was previously of Aang. So that's 4, generations back.
Okay.
This is how deep they're getting. This was only shown once in the show, like one episode, not even like a full episode about Yang Chen. It was like one of the sub stories. So yeah, they just grab. I think you got Yang Chen, you got. Oh man,
this also flips over, by the way, to being like Avatar Yang Chen as like a creature that you can play as well, which is so cool.
And I'm sure you'll see the saga cards of the water, fire, and earth.
Yeah, because they'll probably. I'm imagining there's one of every color because they like to do these in cycles. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see them farther down because that was just the one that was previewed yesterday.
You got Jets Brainwashing and you got Treetop Freedom Fighters. Those are the band of gangs that fights against. They're just kids. Think of Lord of the Fireflies type of vibe going on.
Or they're like the Lost Boys from Peter Pan.
Yeah, they're like the Lost Boys from Peter Pan. Exactly. And they just fight against the Earth Kingdom. Or not the Earth Kingdom, sorry, Fire Nation. And they're refugees as well.
I love even the flavor text on this card because it puts in perspective what you just talked about. The Fire Nation thinks they don't have to worry about a couple of kids hiding in the trees. Maybe they're right, or maybe they're dead wrong.
Oh my gosh, that they came exactly from the episode. It's great stuff.
Yeah, as you mentioned before, like the deep cuts. They love Magic loves to do the deep cuts. Of stuff as well. I love too just the art on this Aang card as well.
Pretty good
because there's a bunch of because first of all there's a bunch of different Aangs in the set, but I love even just this like Swift Savior one with he's got like the water shield here. It looks so cool.
So that is let me try to think of that one. Yeah, it was a water shield. I think he was going into the Avatar state for sure. Yeah, no, it's Waterbend for sure.
I also accidentally pressed the stop sharing instead of clicking over to having it here and seeing it in like its full glory here. All right, look how big and cool that looks.
Yeah, so that was probably the end of the first book when he went to the Avatar state. So there you go.
Yeah, because I think they mentioned before because like this Avatar Aang here. This one they talked about being kind of like we talked about it before. This is kind of him at like the end of the show.
Yes, all four elements, and he can bend all four elements. Yes.
Well, and then it flips over to like the Master of Elements, which you mentioned is like kind of like his like final form or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You see the Badger Mole? The
Yep.
third card on. Yep.
Badger Mole Cub.
Yeah. So what's interesting about the bending of the elements, they actually learned from animals. So Badger Moles is the original Earthbenders. And the dragons are the original Firebenders, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks like a good card. This is like a mythic card as well, too. So it's like going to be one of the harder cards to get. But then I look at that. Then I look at the flavor text, and it says, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. That seems kind of ridiculous because there's a bunch of cards, Garrett, in Magic where if you tap that a creature for it'll give you an extra mana, which is already pretty powerful. But basically this doubles that up. And it's a very cheap card on top of that. Plus it turns a land into a creature too, which then you can then tap for an additional mana. So like this card actually seems pretty powerful.
Yeah, I think Earthbend is that's their flavor. I think that's their mechanic.
Yeah, the Earthbend mechanic is all about turning your lands into creatures essentially. Like Boomy here.
Boomy.
He's all about, lands basically attacking your opponents. Like when he enters, he creates like a 4/4 land that then can attack your opponents. And then when Boomy deals damage to a player, untap all lands you control. And then there's an additional combat. So then either the lands can then attack again, or you could actually use them for extra mana after they attack, like having them attack and then tap for mana kind of in the same turn. So it seems like not only like really interesting design space, but also like very flavorful to the show, like what you're talking about too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I see it. Ryan's Secret of Bloodbending.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the mechanic is for that.
Okay. So we got, first of all, I'll read the card, Garrett. So Secret of Bloodbending, of course, is 4 blue. It's a story/lesson. It's sorcery lesson, which I'll get into in a second. As an additional cost to the spell, you may water bend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. XL Secret of Bloodbending. So this basically allows you to take control of an opponent's turn, basically, or like take over an opponent's mind, essentially.
Yeah. So that is all about bloodbending. So you can see in the art back there, that is the person that has discovered bloodbending, the original bloodbender. And you can tell that she has started in testing with mice, elephant mice first. And then it's like kind of a flashback of the episode. And then she's like an old lady in the episode, and she tries to teach Katara the ways of bloodbending. And Katara realizes that it's wrong to control other. And it's more like against their will. It's not like a mind bending thing where it's like I'm controlling your mind type of deal. It's more like, no, I'm controlling your muscles, your movements, and then like I'm gonna force you to do certain things. So yeah.
And in case you're wondering what waterbend does, by the way, so again, like you can play 4 to cast the spell on its own, but then waterbend 10 essentially means that you have to tap 10 additional mana, or you could tap your creatures or artifacts to help pay that cost. To make it, so you don't have to have 14 lands to have this effect. You could have like a bunch of creatures and stuff kind of pitch into this. So that's kind of like how waterbending kind of works. I pulled up a primer as well to remind myself what all the different bendings.
Yeah, because
it's not printed on all the cards. So
you got some more saga cards here. So that's what I've been saying. The Karuk and Roku, those were other avatars previously. And then you got the rise of Sozin, who is the original fire emperor that started the war. That's why we call it Sozin's Comet.
Yeah, we talked about Sozin's Comet on last week's show, and this kind of flips over into Fire Lord Sozin himself, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've got, of course, we've got some more Aang cards. Of course, Garrett, this is just him at like a different point in the show as well. This is I'm going to show you, Garrett, one of the decks I want to build here.
Sure.
This is Fire Lord Azula.
Oh, Azula.
Yeah. So of course, for one generic, a blue, a black, and a red. She's a legendary creature, human noble. She's got firebending too. So when she attacks, she makes 2 red mana. And whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, which of course you get extra mana to do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. So you can play a bunch of like instant speed cards while attacking with Azula and basically copy them essentially. Or what you can really do, and this is the fun thing to do actually in a deck like this, is you actually don't make it spell heavy. You actually make it creature heavy, because there are creatures that are that have what's referred to as flash. So you can play them at any time, and they're usually like creatures that are powered down for the cost, but you can play them at instant speed, like at any time, like even on your opponent's turn if you want to. So you could play. So what happens with this card is you attack with Azula, you get the extra mana to then pay for those cards to play at flash speed. You then play them on while she's attacking, and then you get doubles of the creatures.
Oh, that's nice.
Essentially, because it copies any spell that you play. It doesn't have to be an instant. So I'm really, really interested in the design space of a card like this, and also it just seems super flavorful to Azula herself for whatever kind of read about her, because she's like one of the villains of.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she's one of the main villains of the show itself. She was introduced in the second book, and you can tell this one is near the end, where she is actually the Fire Lord. Azula right now, and then you can see in the end at the quote here of I'm sorry it has to end this way, brother. So she is dueling her brother Zuko, and her speciality is those blue flames that you see. So her firebending is hotter than most firebenders. Like that's why they're blue. And this is during Sozin's Comet, so her firebending is super amplified, and you can tell she's a little crazy.
Yeah,
she's a little unhinged right now. So.
Yeah, well,
but she's fantastic. Yeah,
I haven't really made like a true like kind of like villainy kind of deck in Magic before, and I'm like I'm looking at this and like I'm actually pretty interested. But we've also got her kind of at a different point in the series as well, Azula Cunning Usurper.
Well. Yeah, where she overtakes the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of like her same kind of like firebending ability from the last card as well. So it's kind of like, I love too that they're kind of keeping the flavor kind of consistent across the different cards as well. So so that's the one Garret where I'm like, I'm really excited to make like a commander deck that's like specifically designed around Azula and doing like the non like obvious thing with her, which would be just instants and sorceries, but.
They also have like, it looks like general like lore cards. You can see the firebending student and the diligent zookeeper. Those are just not, I mean, I haven't seen those from the show. I think those are just general cards. So it's cool to see those.
Just random firebending student. That's it. Fire is the element of power, says Aroa, apparently.
Yes, Iroh, yeah.
Iroh, sorry.
Uncle Iroh, yeah.
I don't know anything about these cards or the show cards, so I'm leaning on you a little bit. But
yeah, you see Iroh here on the third from the left here. That's the Grand Lotus. He is... So Iroh is Ozai's brother and also Zuko's uncle. The Grand Lotus is his secret order to make sure to protect the Avatar and preserve order. And you can see all the old dudes in the bag. Those were like the original kind of gang of the Grand Lotus. But yeah, Iroh's a cool dude. You see Boomy in the left. You remember seeing Boomy before, so yeah, I'm sure each character has its own card. Yeah, well, for sure. And again, if they haven't been revealed yet, they'll probably get revealed at some point because there's a lot of cards. Like we haven't even like made a dent like scrolling through a lot of these, which is crazy. So I'm just wondering if you want to highlight some cards because I can just explain the lore behind it, but there's just so many, so you see the last Agni Kai, the one on the left. That was actually what I was going to bring up because I like, first of all, the art looks really cool on this, but I'm guessing this is the fight you were describing actually. Yes, that is the fight. So you see Azula in the top left, Zuko on the bottom right, and you see Katara off to the side there. So
she's so tiny. She's so tiny down there.
Yeah. So that was the final battle for both of them, and oh man, let me tell you, that was the season finale, the show finale. I got goosebumps, Ryan, seeing this, and they had the music going, and they had the animation. It was so good at the time. Anyways,
one card that has like really interesting design, which I'm sure you'll talk about as well. Like the flavor behind this one is Zuko Conflicted, which is like a black and a red. And at the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen before. And kind of as you go through the card, you've got a bunch of positive abilities. You have 3 positive abilities, but then you have one ability here, which is exile Zuko and then return to the battlefield under an opponent's control. So the idea is like you kind of like bounce this card around the table and let other people kind of have it, especially because each one of these also costs you life every time you use one of them. So like you could actually make the argument that it's like, oh, we'll give it to an opponent and they'll like lose health by keeping kind of Zuko on their side. But I kind of love the idea, the design space behind this card, but I'm sure you've got
cool
lore implications behind this one.
Yeah, he's kind of like, this is near the beginning of the show where he's kind of like, okay, I was destined to capture the Avatar, and like restore my honor, but now, being with his uncle or whatever, teaching him like what's the actual situation and what do I do, good and bad. So yeah, he was very conflicted. Yeah. In book 2.
It's almost a conflicted card as I am about this card. Cat Gator. It's a fish crocodile. It's a cat gator. I tried to highlight it because it's kind of like a ridiculous looking card.
Yeah. They love the hybrid animals.
Well, you've also got buzzard wasps colony, which is
oh my gosh, the buzzard wasps. That was insane too. Energy bending was a big thing. Epic downfall. So those are show finale cards.
Yeah. Yeah, because those are kind of like reminiscent of scene cards that we'll see kind of later as well. That I remember us actually looking at before as well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. We got some gliders, we got fire sages, we've got Gran. Who's Gran? Tell me about Gran.
That's Katara and Sokka's grandmother.
Interesting.
So their parents. Well, their dad went off on an expedition and support the war, like support the Earth Kingdom and fight against the Fire Nation. And then their mother was captured and taken away by raiders. So Gran was like their guardian for the longest time. And I hear Gran's an exclusive, like at the store. Like an exclusive card.
Well, this is an uncommon in the set, so there might be a version that you can get in store, but this is also just a version you can open up in packs. Because this set symbol here, the Aang head, if it's got this symbol on it, then it indicates then that it's from the main set and can just be opened in any of the play boosters. It'll have a different symbol than this if it's like exclusive to a specific product, though. Which is kind of cool. So I'm also interested to see who would win in a fight between, because last set, Garrett, with Spider-Man, we got Aunt May. So who would win in a fight between Gran versus Aunt May from Spider-Man? Because they could both lead their own commander deck. So it's like who would win in a fight?
Yeah. Question for you, Ryan. What does air bending do? We know what fire, earth, and water does. What does air bending entail?
Air bending, Garrett. Basically, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I got the little guide.
He got the little guide going. Yeah.
I have to scroll to where it is though.
Yeah, because I've seen the other descriptions, but not airbend. I assume it's flying around. Yeah.
So airbend, the way it works is that when you airbend something, whether it's your own card or another card, you exile the card, so you basically remove it from play. And while it's exiled, the owner can cast it for 2 mana rather than paying its mana cost. So it's kind of like a temporary way of getting a card out of play. Whether so for example, if you airbend an opponent's creature, it'll basically get removed from play and they have to basically pay 2 of any mana to then have it come back in. Or you could use it as like a thing for your own creatures, where if you airbend a permanent that you control, you then can remove it from play temporarily and have it come back with like to get its like enter ability again. Like sometimes there's really powerful enter the battlefield triggers on some of these cards. So you want them to come into play more than once. So you could use that kind of to your advantage by doing it that way.
I see.
So it can be removal, but also like it could help you out in a way as well.
One thing I do need to mention is the legendary creatures or the spirits. Hambone, Spirit of Balance, you see there in the middle left.
Yeah.
That's one of the spirit animals. The avatar is interlinked with the spirit world. Becomes very important in Legend of Korra. But yeah, I just wanted to note that spirit animals is a thing.
I love this art, by the way. I love how it's just like the panda in the top, but then it's like this crazy
it's spirit form
in the water. Yeah. Dude, that art looks so cool.
Hambone, yeah.
Yeah. My friend gave me hope that the forest would grow back, says Aang.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these spirits as well. Well, I don't think all of them have even been spoiled at this point, but we've got a lot of generic cards as well. Like we've got random Sun Warriors or Sparring Dummy or a bunch of other.
Was Sparring Dummy? Where's that?
Right here. I can open it here.
Oh yeah, no, these are all from the shows. Yes, that was supposed to be the Fire Lord or the Phoenix King or whatever that Aang's supposed to face. So he's kind of like training up, but it was kind of dorky.
Yeah, well, it's got a pumpkin on its head. But.
I love it. Watermelon, yeah. There's the Cabbage Merchant.
Yes. So there's multiple Cabbage Merchant cards, Garrett. So of course we've got the unlucky Cabbage Merchant here, which of course synergizes with the card we talked about before, the normal Cabbage Merchant, where this one of course like cares about food, and when the food gets destroyed, you get to search for land, and then you tuck this back into your deck, which is kind of cool. I'm also gonna, just because this won't be on the site that I have here.
The Secret Lair one?
Yeah, the Secret Lair stuff. I want to show it off real quick here because it's so silly. All right, here we go. So we got this tab here. So we've got the Secret Lair avatar.
That's
My
crazy.
Cabbages is what I've referred to, and it's 5 magic cards specifically, like existing cards that are all skinned in the Cabbage Merchant in different ways of the cabbages being destroyed. So, and it's got the different elements, of course. So we've got the airbending one with Chain of Vapor. We've got the firebending one with Meltdown. And of course, all the flavor text is great here. It's like, no, my cabbages.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Nature's Claim
bending.
With the...
You see Toph just messing with him. I love it so much.
And he's just like, my cabbages. We'll get to Anguish Unmaking in a second. And of course, we got Putrefy with a bunch of flies getting his cabbages. I don't know why the flies are so big, but... They're all eating cabbages.
Probably hybrid animals of some kind, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, my favorite, Anguished Unmaking, where he's in the rain and the cabbage cart is knocked over with the cabbages there. And he's just like, my cabbage. Why did it have to be my cabbages?
Yeah.
Dude.
He's so freaking
cool.
An iconic character in the show. He's always unlucky. His cabbages get dropped.
Yeah. Because I had to ask you about the Cabbage Merchant before when we first got the Cabbage Merchant as a card. But yeah, like, dude, that's so cool, and I love like the fact that it's skinned on some really good like Magic the Gathering cards too. Like that's a Secret Lair that I may buy that. We'll see.
You can tell some decks are meant to be together. I've seen some Bloodbending cards that are meant to be together. I see White Lotus cards specific as well, so I think that's pretty cool.
Well, you've got this White Lotus Reinforcements card that goes along with the White Lotus Hideout, the land card. Because there's a bunch of interesting stuff. For example, like a lot of the allies to Aang have the ally creature type. And then you'll have like a card like this White Lotus Reinforcements card that I talked about, where other allies you get +1/+1, and this itself is an ally. So it's kind of like boosting your team of allies, and like Aang and all of his friends are all allies creature types. And what's interesting about that, Garrett, is that actually synergizes already with other Magic the Gathering cards, because there are certain sets like the sets from Zendikar, as an example, which is one of the planes of Magic the Gathering. One of the major creature types from that set were allies, and every ally in that set would do something different when an ally would enter the battlefield. So you pair that with some of the allies from this set, and you can have like really, really powerful, deck combinations. If you want to mix and match kind of the avatar cards with like the Magic the Gathering other cards. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool from like a design perspective. Cool. Which also just helps get these cards kind of into play with some. Yeah. Because otherwise, you probably wouldn't play them as much if they only synergize with themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's just so many. Of course, we can explain all of it, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, we only have so much time. We don't want to go through all these. But a lot of these are really cool. I love this one, though. I'm going to bring this one up, Garret.
Yeah.
It'll quench you.
It'll quench you.
For 1 and a blue. Of course, counter target spell, unless its controller pays 2. Drink cactus juice. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. Which of course.
Man. That's I could go through the lore of that one. It's pretty funny.
What's actually fun, Garret, is I have to bring up this. So you'll notice what this card does. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 2, and of course it's quench. The quenchiest. But if I bring up this screen here, quench from Magic the Gathering.
Oh my God.
1 and a blue, counter target spell unless controller pays 2. It's literally the same card.
Yeah, it's a little.
But I love the fact that they kind of like took the flavor of Avatar and just applied it to a card that already exists in Magic the Gathering.
See,
with the same name.
Whoever designed this card understood the assignment. Like they are Avatar fans if they know what this is, and they quote it like that because that's from the show. So that's Sokka. That's Katara's brother. And so Sokka and Katara and Aang, they're all together. They're the gang that you follow throughout the show. Sokka's a non-bender, but he's a very good swordsman, tactician, or whatever. They get stranded in the desert. So Sokka decides, and they ran out of water. So Sokka decides to go to this cactus, cut it with a sword and drink this cactus juice. Apparently this cactus juice is like a psychedelic. And so he kind of gets into this acid trip.
That explains the background.
Yes.
Like why the background's all like warped and kind of distorted and stuff.
Yeah, so he's kind of like, he says that cactus juice is amazing. It'll quench your thirst. It's the quenchiest. That's coming from that.
Dude, that's so funny.
Situation.
I love it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, the last thing I wanted to show here, of course, is the rest of the show cards, Garret, which look really cool. These are all like kind of like screenshots from the show themselves. Although I would argue that the art itself, I might actually prefer the magic art versus just the direct screenshots from the show. But I'm curious to know what you think about that, being like an Avatar fan.
Well, I like how there's a few select cards that are like this. It's good for like collection purposes. But yeah, I like the magic art as well. I like all the different styles of the magic art as well. But I like both. And
some of these are like really good cards and very expensive. Like this Great Henge here, the buy entry. Like this card is very expensive in paper. It's already like $100 card that they're kind of like giving you a chance to get with like this Avatar art on it. Or Mystic Remora is a very highly played. Or of course Force of Negation, which you talked about was kind of from the last episode of Avatar. But it's also again like a very expensive card on its own.
Yeah,
so these will all see play for sure. Like people will play these.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and they're all from different screenshots. I know exactly which one's which, but of course we don't have 5 hours to get into each individual one.
No. Either way, though, are you excited? Are you happy about what they've done to your baby here in Avatar, Garret?
They went above and beyond with the creativity of like and how deep the lore. Like there was definitely like a person. I would imagine Wizards of the Coast people and like Avatar Last Airbender people like just got into a room together and just cooked with these cards, because these are deep cuts. These are from specific episodes, specific shows, famous quotes, multiple facets of different characters, history, flashbacks of the show itself. It's amazing. Like they did a good job. So congrats to them on doing this with Avatar and like because you don't normally get this treatment with the franchise in Magic the Gathering. You get
the closest we got was Final Fantasy. And I mean,
exactly.
I feel as though you got a little bit of this treatment with even some of the sets we had before that, like Doctor Who or Fallout. But I think they really, really went out for both this and Final Fantasy specifically. Like Spider-Man was okay, but I think like these two sets are like the big sets. I think
exactly. Yeah. So super cool. I just updated Magic the Gathering Arena on my phone.
Nice.
I want to see how well it runs on Steam Deck as well. And
that's a great way of collecting the cards, because you don't like if you don't need the physical cards, like you can collect them all online. Like I have almost the entire Final Fantasy set on Arena, and I haven't paid a dime on Arena. Like the free to play rewards are actually pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So,
as long as you don't mind playing against other players, because there's no real offline play or anything.
No, that's totally fine. Yeah.
I used
to play Hearthstone.
Idea time. We should play Magic the Gathering Arena sometime, Garrett. We could do a one-on-one.
No, I'm down. Man, I'm totally down with that. I gotta learn again.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played Magic. I'm sure they have great tutorials in there.
They do. They have like Sparky, which is kind of this tutorial that will teach you how to play, and then also you can kind of use it as like a practice dummy that you can play against as well to like try your decks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious how well it runs on Steam Deck, or if I'm able to get it to run on Steam
Deck.
If
it runs on phones, it probably runs fine on Steam Deck.
But I'm thinking the compatibility, like
true.
Is it? I mean, you can install it on Steam. I think it's on Steam.
You can't use a controller with it, so you'll have to use on-screen touch controls. But
okay.
Or a mouse.
Or a mouse.
Yeah. One of the two.
Okay. Sounds good. But yeah, thank you for going through this, Ryan. I mean, I've only shared 10% of the lore. There's just so many cards in here.
Yeah, there's way too many for us to go through all of them.
I highly recommend people check out Avatar: Last Airbender. I thought it was on Netflix.
It's probably on Paramount Plus, because Paramount owns it.
For sure, Paramount Plus now. But I remember, because Netflix had recently had a live show of it. I didn't actually.
Oh, the live action Avatar show.
Yeah, live action Avatar show, which, you can watch it on Netflix, I believe.
Okay.
So the cartoon show. So
yeah, that's in the States too, because in Canada we have different stuff on Netflix. So it might not be the same here. So your mileage may vary, but if you live in the States, you may be able to watch Avatar on Netflix.
Yeah. It seems like Paramount Plus is the way to go. That's a safe option.
Well, that's the guaranteed route no matter what country you're in, because that's consistent.
Yeah. Or just you can buy the complete series. I see it on Amazon for $20.
There you go.
You could just get the complete series, and
that's true too.
It's a great package. So.
Captain Awesome, of course, chiming in saying, best animated series ever. I saw rumors of a new one and hope it works out well.
They are working on a new one. It will be after Korra, Legend of Korra. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Korra as well. So, again, go through the Avatar: Last Airbender, and then you can go through Legend of Korra.
Yeah. Nice.
Great show.
Well, Garrett, let's motor through our two quick questions from the audience, of course. First one from Sean, who asks, just got back from the library. What should I play first? Xenoblade Chronicles X or Trails in the Sky first chapter? I mean...
Sean, oh my gosh.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I think you should play Trails in the Sky first chapter first.
I think you should too. I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is a what was it, like an acquired taste game.
It's the only Xenoblade game I like, Garrett.
It's long.
Yeah.
I hear it's very long. It has mechs. I don't know, Sean. I hear it's like you have to take 100 hours easily.
It is. I mean, Trails in the Sky is not a short game either.
It's not a short game,
but it's definitely shorter, especially if you borrowed it from the library.
And it's more directed.
Yeah.
Like there's side quests or whatever, but it seems like Trails games, they have like a beat to beat story, whereas I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is way more open.
Yeah,
there's a lot of grinding involved.
It's an MMO. Involved. It's a single player MMO essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend Trails.
Honestly, I think Sean would actually like Trails in the Sky a lot more than
I think so.
Xenoblade, I think so.
I think so.
And honestly, if you're playing on Switch too, like Trails in the Sky will run much better, even though it's a Switch 1 release. That demo actually ran really well, so I think that'll actually run even better than Xenoblade. But
Cool.
Another question comes to us from J Hetfield 0816, who says a random question, but how do some of you play 2 or more RPGs at once? It's too confusing for me, and then I end up mixing up the stories, and then it would also take me even longer to finish games than it already does. So my response to this, J Hetfield, is I typically don't play more than one RPG at once. I only usually play one RPG at once. And then I'll have like palate cleanser games or games that I just need to play when I'm not doing that. Like, for example, right now, when I'm not playing Dragon Quest, I'm playing Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which is not a role-playing game by any means, on purpose, because I want to separate that a little bit. The only time I mix and match role-playing games is if I'm playing an MMO, but also playing a standard role-playing game, because those feel different to me. Like that they have different vibes to them. But I'm curious to know, Garrett, as someone who famously does play more than one RPG at a time, how do you balance that?
Yeah, and I think that I have a commute game, so I feel like that's completely separate than playing games like sitting down like at home or like focus on the main game. I sometimes would play 2 RPGs if one's like a shorter indie RPG that's like turn-based or action-based, and the other one's bigger RPG that's like action. I don't like to play 2 action RPGs or 2 turn-based RPGs at the same time. I'm not vibing with that at all. So it has to be very different enough. I'm not going to play Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX at the same time. That just, that sounds like suffering.
Well, that sounds like suffering anyways if you're playing Final Fantasy VIII, Garrett. But.
Yeah, in general. So
yeah.
But yeah, like if I get in and no, for me, when I'm playing 2 games, it's either one or 2 things. One indie game, it's like so small, like I'll just kind of play off to the side and like beat it on my own time, or it's a bigger game, but I'm not fully invested. It's more like a taste. It's just like, okay, how do I feel about this game? It's like play an hour or 2, so it's not like I'm fully invested in playing that game in general. So that's just how I vibe. But yeah, I cannot, that's my limit. I cannot go more than that at all. So
makes sense.
I think a lot of people are in our kind of same like vibe as well. Like
there's not too many people that bounce between like a million games or whatever too. Like that's most people are usually focused on like 1 or 2 things. But anyways, Garrett, I believe that's going to do it for today's episode of the RPG Cave. But before we go, we got to say thank you to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, starting with our ultimate producers, Brendan Myers, aka The Winter Gamer, and Jonathan Brown, the man behind the music on the Xbox Drive. You can find out all of his music over at his link tree, linktr.ee/pme.jib. And no, Garrett, he's not Savoy Prime's nephew. I'm sorry. Our platinum producers, Benny, Smokin' Joe, the Captain, and Tim Paullin, and our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emil Kelly, Hambone Jonny, John 32, Laura, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Peje, Stephen Keller, and Technical Michael. Huge thank you once again to our patrons over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. If you want to hop in the car with us, head over there, choose the tier that's right for you. And now, Garrett, plugs go.
You can follow me at Blue Sky, at Blind Explosion. You can also follow me on Backlogged. I have updated my reviews, as Ryan mentioned. Check it out. I have a poster rating for Cyberpunk and also Bravely Default 1, and have updated my current games I'm playing. And then you can also find me on the Discord. I acknowledge each and every single message in the RPG Cave. I see you. I hear you. That's pretty much it, man.
Nice. As for me, you can always find me in the Discord or Blue Sky or backlog.com or letterbox.com, all at Ryan Turford. I'm on all the things. I don't really post much anywhere, but I'm there if you want to go look.
You're there.
I still have to update all the games on backlog because I've played so many of them. But anyways, For Garrett Bland, I'm Ryan Durford. This has been the 205th level of the RPG Cave, and we're out.
Bye-bye.